So let's talk about this thing. The world we live in is currently a mess because of two people. Now, recently, I gave y'all a card time story time about creation, and we understood that everything God made is good, it was beautiful, and they did it on purpose, including the people that messed up. That man and that woman, Adam and Eve. And see, I don't understand how God can give you everything. I'm talking, the man was made and then put inside of the beautiful garden, and all he had to do, they had one job. And that's what I'm going to start calling this story. I'm not going to call it the fall of man. I'm not going to call it the temptation of man. I'm going to call it, you had one job. Because God gave them all this stuff. And then gave them some trees and all this other stuff. And told them, the only thing you can't do is eat from this here tree. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from this tree, you gonna show enough die. Yes, sir, dear God. Yes, sir, Lord. And I don't think they didn't have that part in the Bible, but I'm pretty sure Adam and Eve was very respectful, and they was yes, sir, in him. I see that happening. But then we get a new character in our story, and the Bible say that this character is one of the most crafty and cunning creatures. Or beasts. Not a creature, beasts. Okay? And this creature is known as the serpent. Now, through scripture, later on, we're going to end up finding out that Satan is the one that's the serpent, and he the one that is entering into this story. But anyway, they sitting in the garden, minding their own business. Then, here come that little serpent unwrapping itself around the tree. Now, Adam and Eve right there, they together because here in my word, it say, while Adam was with her. But let me back up a little bit. That tree came on down and was like, hey girl, come here. Did God really say that y'all can't eat of this tree? And Eve was like, y'all, he sure did. Eve gave it back pretty much verbatim. God said we can't eat of this tree unless we gonna die. And Satan the serpent he say, will you really die? Eve looked at that tree. Now this the part to get me, because Eve saw three things. It say one, she noticed that it was good for food. Two, that it was pleasing to the eye. That girl looked at that thing and said, that'll look good in my backyard. It had some aesthetics about itself. And then the third thing she realized is that if I eat that, I'll be smarter. She ate it. She ate it. Disobedience. That's when we get that word sin. When we hear what God say, but we choose not to do it anyway. Sin. Anyway, she ate it. And then the Bible says she turned and gave some to her husband. Adam. Now that's why I'm upset, because God had already showed us, and Adam had already showed God that he responsible. He responsible. Because remember when everything first started, Adam was made, and God said you got to do two things: work the ground and keep it. Them the only two things, okay? And then God say, you're going to name all the creatures. Now, in order to name something, that means you got a bit of authority or some form of stewardship over it. So our boy had already proved himself. Where was your no? Where was your, don't feed me that? Where was that, Adam? Because all I could think is you just wanted to be a good husband and please your wife and say, yeah, let me taste this fruit my wife gave to me. You failed us. You failed us because it was your job to say, God say, but because Adam didn't tell Eve, God say, Their eyes was immediately open. They could see everything. They knew they was naked. Here's the thing about the nakedness. They knew they was naked before their eyes was open. But now they knew they was naked. Like, it was like a conscious type of thing. Because all of a sudden there's shame. And there's guilt. And there's remorse. And we know this because they sewed clothes together for themselves. And then they decided to hide. Or at least they thought they was hiding. Here come big God walking through the cool of the day. Talking about some, Adam. Where you at, my boy? Why you hiding? Adam say, listen, because, we messed up. We messed up. God said, okay, I saw it. I saw it. But this how I'm going to show you that I love you. Remember that death I was talking about? You ain't really going to die. You just going to die spiritually. You're going to have to get on up out this place that I done made for you with all the trees and the fruits and the rivers and the waters and the birds and the fish and the flappy flaps. You got to get up out of here. So God put them out. No more paradise. All because two people couldn't do one job.